Good morning, guys. Welcome to a 1v1 on the map Lumber, and I am playing up against Handzy, the number 1 seed in the upcoming 1v1 tournament, and he's just commenting on this map. He doesn't like open maps. He prefers those close to quarter maps where you can grenade and use micro, where in these open ones it's mainly about counter versus counter. And on this map specifically, about maneuvering because of the wide expanse of the map. So going Japanese, and he's the Soviets, and I am going to try a bike rush. Just going straight down the center, hoping to catch some guys trying to get into that stone wall over here. And maybe also catch some guys going from the other side too. And I was a bit slow on that one, as you can see. I was 5 MP off in buying that at the right time. But it's doing okay. I guess it's stopping some of these guys, but nice DC of the PPSH from Handzy does destroy my bike's engine, so it can't move. But at least now I'm getting payback, as you can see there. 1.5 per second payback. That's a good thing about the bike. It enables you to really get payback non-stop at the start, which means it's double the MP rate that you're gaining. So really my next squad will come sooner, and maybe the Handzy can come sooner. So right here, microing the right moment. Really, on this flag here, it was a 3v3, and now it's a 1v1. So it turned out that we both microed quite well, and were able to kill 2 of each other's units. And this is why I should always send guys to all flags, in my opinion, because you have a chance of getting them. Such as on the eastern point over there, I could have potentially taken out those 2 guys with good micro, but I wasn't ready. And he direct controlling that to just win that battle, because I know that was his only infantry there. And now coming up with a squad, splitting it down the center and also to the western point. I'm going to take my MG out because I know he won't advance down this way. He's not silly. He's going to probably come down here. The reason why is he needs to attack the western and the eastern. So I'm going to prone in this area. It's quite safe from anywhere because I've got buildings protecting me, so I can shoot him from the side. I've also sent some guys over here to also shoot from down from this wall to shoot into the center between 2 flags. It's the easiest route to go down. There's no other way. If he wants to go all the way back here, it's going to take a long time. So going another assault squad just to go push this flag. Then if this goes well, I think my next spy would have been Handzy. So I want to get to the bottom of why, yeah, I guess why win certain battles in this way. The last few games versus Handzy has been 100-0 in the last few tournaments. But he's a very good player, and I don't understand sometimes. Well, I really think he does things right too. A lot of times, it's just mainly he's a little bit slower. I don't know, or is it because I don't know. I'm not too sure. Let's find. Let's try to figure that out. So going to Handzy as the Japanese, I always go that because it's cheap. It doesn't matter if you really lose it, and it can make a big impact on the battlefield, forcing the enemy really to run away. So he can't really attack those points with infantry right now until he dispatches it. And I'm also moving to the eastern point, just because I know he has seen me on the western point, and I do see his hard track too. So that was actually a a coincidence that his hard track was there when I was going there. And Handzy's doing a good job now moving his half track down. You don't want to be stationary with this unit in the open field because he can quite easily get countered. And he's moving to the house where he could potentially take me out at close range. So a good play to him. And I'm just hitting the roofs to knock down the building quicker. I'm just seeing maybe I could get that shell through that building, but it looks like the penetration isn't working. So I don't think he noticed I could shoot his side from here. Or he was reloading. I think he was reloading that unit. And my kamikaze potentially could have been massacred, but I was lucky. So right now, I think as the Soviets, maybe the half track isn't a good buy versus Japanese. It's going to get countered very easily. It's 150 MP. The Handzy is 160. I dare say Handzy did a mistake with that buy. even though this map you could probably potentially attack and run away, but the Hago is quite fast and should be able to chase it too. So using my kamikazes in combat right now, because I know Handzy's only got maybe 3 or 4 guys here, and kamikazes are pretty decent in battle. Type 100s. I'm not sure if they have more hit points. I feel that they do have a bit more hit points than normal squads. And T60 from Handzy, that was actually a good buy. They could easily counter the Hago very easily with the rate of fire, and at 90 range, maximum range. So trying to sneak my kamikazes, potentially I might get lucky when he stops. But I've got a cheeky counter, which is got pretty good armor. T60 won't be able to penetrate it unless he gets to the side, very close, which is a good move by Handzy. He used this hill basically so I could not shoot it, and he was going to charge. If I missed that shot on that track, it would have potentially taken my side or my engine. So it was a good play by him, and I guess I kind of got lucky. So kamikaze is still in combat. Now I'm going to try to start sneaking them up here just to see what's coming, and if there's nothing coming I might even sneak further towards the spawn. So yeah, half track buy I think was the first big mistake I can pick out from Handzy. Not sure what else so far. It's nothing too grave. So this is annoying for me here. I'm just waiting for this area to be cleared. I don't want to move my cheeky up first because that's a dangerous area where I can't see those troops hiding below the hills. And just moving away from the infantry I see coming. M37, my opinion, this is not a good buy when I have a cheeky on the field. It's a decent buy when I don't have it. So if it's expecting a Hagao, I think you pronounce it Hagao actually. I was told by someone 2 years ago to say Hagao, but then I was now told by a teacher living in Japan that it's Hagao. So Hagao it is. So now this is thinking I could potentially take out all those troops here. Just going for a charge. My Seichi shells just massacre the bunched up troop over here, and I think I underestimated where I was driving. I didn't realize that there's this dotted line here tells me that's the end of the map. I was just blind to that. I just couldn't go forward to escape, so I had to reverse out and drive forward. That was silly for me. That was my mistake there, big mistake. And M37, no go. It's another T60 buy, decent buy, actually a good buy for Handzy because I didn't have the Chihi, but he probably didn't know I have this much MP. In fact, it's a pretty damn cheap tank at 300 MP. T60's a 260 MP, so just 40 MP more I can counter it. I think as a Japanese you can quite easily counter the T60 because of that. So I'm not actually too sure if the T60 on its own is a good buy. Later on, if you have something to cover the T60, sure. I'm not too sure what is a good buy then versus the Japanese as the Russians. Maybe the early T34 at 3. That's still pretty expensive at 350 MP. Maybe the early T34 at 350 MP. Or the ZSI2 could be. On a map like this, it's quite open once you get to the on top of the hill. Yeah, probably a ZSI2 to counter the Chihi. So far just it doesn't seem like a 100-0 game or 45-0 game right now. Just a lot of pressure on the map. Don't feel like I'm winning the flags very easily. So I'm using the home guard right now just to have a springboard to attack with all those MGs behind cover. Just leaving them to shoot. because I want to micro something else. Probably it was an okay idea, but it didn't turn out too well. And he was still able to micro his way to destroy my forward advance. So I'm going to push up with the assault squad and tank now just to seal the deal. And Handzy's pressuring the center, just being annoying, so I'm just going to have to stop him. Neutralize that with those partisans. And I'm going to try flank him. Going to just try flank him from this area. Seal the deal. And get the eastern point. I'm just going to try and get my kamikaze around here so I can see what's coming, because I know he's going to buy something to counter my Chi-Hi. That guy could potentially be deadly with his things holding a grenade right now. Just take him out first. And that was actually quite lucky. He hit my side front. So now I'm getting the mortar just to put it around the riverway where it can't be hit, and to cover the center and the eastern. I think Japs are quite hard to counter versus the Russians. I'm thinking right now. I'm not too sure. I guess you can just go T-34 to counter the Chi-Hi. To spend a bit more extra. It is better though than the Chi-Hi if you're 1v1ing. The Chi-Hi is pretty accurate though. So going closer to the hill here with the Chi-Hi so I can potentially APC around it. But also set the kamikaze up as well, just for some backup. As you can see, my Chi-Hi failed and my kamikaze took it out, so I had a decent chance that time. I think I would have had more than a 50-50 chance to win that because I had the kamikaze there as well. And here, just watch this brilliant micro, or brilliant explosions. Kettle bomb, rifleman, Japanese rifleman, bam! 6 guys, and one world crush. So 7 guys in one blow. More than a squad. It is pretty much the charge squad perishing. Bit of micro can do you wonders, I suppose. And I guess this is the optimum micro because our pings are low. We are fighting both of us from Australia. So I don't have anything for the half track. Just going to charge it for now while I buy the Gao. And run it over. And worst case, I'll just shoot off the MG. Main gun's dead. This MG works. And unfortunately, probably one of my footmen would have decrewed the guy when it came out, but that mortar just killed all my troops. 2 MGs. Yeah, just pushing it away. That was quite funny. Yeah, I was trying to shoot at my Gao, but my Chi-Hi was preventing it because it was moving the 50 cal away from it. Anyway, yeah, a few mistakes, I guess. I made one big mistake with the Chi-Hi, driving it to the edge. Other than that, the micro wars, I did win the start micro war on the western point, and Handzy didn't fight for it ever again on the western point. I didn't have too many guys there. Center point, I think it was pretty even. The main reason, I suppose, I won this one was I got the big tanks as well. I got most of the units. T60, I counted it quite well with the Chi-Hi each time. And also, he lost the tank battle. Infantry wise, I'd say, yeah, I got the better of him on the western, of course, so that enabled me to have a point all game. Center, I think it was pretty even infantry wise, and on the eastern point it was quite even too. So he mainly lost most of the important tank battles, T60s and also the T-34, and this enabled my infantry really to attack. Good game.